Gruesome Magazine.
Hello, once again, I'm Doc Rotten, and this is Gruesome Magazine, where we review the very latest in streaming video on-demand horror movies. Each week, my co-host Jeff Mohr, Crystal Cleveland, Dreher, and I will take a look at various spooky, scary, and gory genre offerings. And tonight we have something special for you: Aquarium of the Dead. Asylum is at it again, and we are bringing the review to you. This is going to be so much fun. Joining me this week is the one and only Jeff Mohr. Jeff, how you doing, sir?
I'm doing great because, I'm dead but not dead. So
dead but not dead.
Got that going
dead
for me.
but not dead. I said dead but not dead.
Yes. Also joining us this week is Crystal Cleveland, the Living Dead Girl. How you doing?
I'm great. You can't even tell my hair is red, so I can't make even a little mermaid comment.
I know.
Yeah.
Looks black today. Looks dark.
It does.
All right. Well, also joining us tonight is the one and only Dave Dreher! Yay!
Doc, you left off the thing. You said spooky, scary, and bloody, but you didn't leave dumb as hell.
Yes.
You have to start adding that one on there.
All right. Yeah. Well, that happened. That happened this week. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to give our first impression of the movie. Of this movie, Aquarium of the Dead, and then we're going to discuss it. We might throw some spoilers. It's going to be hard not to with this one, but they're not really spoilers with a movie like this. And then we'll wrap things up with our final thoughts, our score 1 to 5, and our favorite scene. What film are we talking about? Aquarium of the Dead, coming from Asylum. It's available on demand and streaming May 21st. Coming soon, so catch it. Directed by Glenn Miller, written by Marc Gottlieb and Michael Varrati, who did the story. The cast includes Vivica A. Fox, a familiar name and face, of course. D.C. Douglas, who's done a lot of stuff. I didn't know that. That's cool. Eva Kaja, whatever. I'm sorry. And Eric Duke. Synopsis goes: workers at an aquarium off the coast of Southern California find themselves surrounded by undead marine life after a mysterious virus sweeps through the building. Only steps away from an ocean inlet, the workers must fight to stop the creatures before they escape into the sea and infect the entire planet. Yes, there are stakes. Maybe
that's funny because I didn't even realize that. I didn't get that part of it.
It felt like more
you
like
may or may not have pronounced Eva Sage's name correctly, but Eric Duke was actually Erica.
Oh, sorry, Erica. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Okay, that's kind
of
Erica. Yeah.
Hey, you know you're special when I do that to you. So that's yes,
totally.
Erica, yes. All right, let's dive into this. And Jeff, you're up first now. What is your first impression?
How did I know that was
mm-hmm.
So you obviously, with a title like that, and from Asylum, you have to know, what ahead of time what you're getting in for, and so you go with the flow. And if you think this reminds you of zombies, it's not.
Not an accident.
There's a reason for that. Yes. The director Glenn Miller also directed Zombies 2. So here we are. And well, Doc, go ahead and make that connection because I don't remember the exact.
Well, he also did one of the Sharknado films, but the
fourth one, right?
Yes.
I think.
But throughout this movie, they mention Eden Wildlife Preserve or Zoo or something like that, and that is the zoo in the zombie movies. So yes, this is the zombie universe of horror films.
Oh, so, no, but they also make the reference to Sharknado. Why would a shark be in a tornado?
Yes, they do that as well.
I was like, dang.
The ZCU, or maybe there's another name for it.
I like that ZCU.
Zombie Cinematic Universe. All right, so I enjoyed this, and I can't tell. I can't tell if they're acting as bad or they're just doing this on purpose. Some of the stuff just cracked me up, like the lead, Eva Seja, Miranda. How many times does she talk to Clue, the Vivica Fox character, and say, okay, so we're going to keep moving. And then they just sit in that same room for another 10 minutes until they call her again. And then says, okay, we're going to keep moving. We'll keep you updated. And I think stuff like that had to be intentional. It had to be intentional. And as with most of these films, the CGI is dreadful. It's like sort of like they're doing it intentionally, marginally because that's what they do. The octopus looked a little kind of more like a balloon with anyway.
Balloonopus.
So, but I had fun with it, and they knock everybody off, right? I mean, almost everybody.
Yep, one by one.
I love the two guys, the two paramedics, I guess, or firemen, or whoever that show up.
I think they're police officers because it sounded like they made a. I don't know for sure. I'm sorry, I'm not.
Well, they had those fire. They had those.
It's confusing.
Fireman jackets on. Anyway, yeah. So it's fun. It's fun. It's ridiculous. It's dumb as hell. But you'll laugh, you'll cry, you'll go, "Oh my God, I can't believe they actually said that!" And what? Why the hell? I mean, they're running all through this place, and nobody can tell where anybody is. It makes no sense whatsoever. I think if you map that out, it'd be like a Warner Brothers cartoon or something. Tom and Jerry chasing each other, crisscrossing up and down, back and forth, or maybe more like MC Escher. Anyway.
You're not wrong on everything you said.
Yeah, so anyway, I'm done.
All right, Dave, you're up next, sir. What is your first impressions of Aquarium of the Dead?
Well, this is pretty much exactly what I figured it would be. It actually looked like pieces of it were shot for shot from Zombies, quite frankly. Just some of the two shots, like at the opening scene there, the two guys, where they're carrying some equipment or something. And, the octopus is dying and the lady's freaking out. I'm almost positive. We went back and watched Zombies. There was a scene exactly like that. They just put different actors in the outfits and just reenacted the exact same scene. But, you kind of expect that from an Asylum movie. You don't go into them expecting high quality entertainment. It was dumb. I found it rather boring, actually. I mean, they've kind of played the trick out, don't you think? I mean, there's not. What else can they really do? I mean, after Zombies and Zombies 2 and Zombievers and
Zombievers is awesome.
It was exactly what I thought it was. I don't know if you guys noticed too, but a lot of times they repeat the same shots over and over again, like especially in the aquarium.
The alligator definitely.
Yeah, it's just the same shot. They stick it in. It's like, it's who the hell was that bad filmmaker? Who did Plan 9 from Outer Space?
Ed Wood.
Ed Wood, yeah. It's like the Ed Wood School of Filmmaking.
Yes.
All we needed was some buffalo running through the aquarium, and we'd have been perfect. So, but I mean, it was kind of brain dead fun. It was okay. It's nothing special. If you like Asylum movies, you're probably going to like this.
Yes. All right, Crystal, you're up next. What was your first impression of Aquarium of the Dead?
Okay, so I really loved it. I enjoyed it. I love Vivica Fox, though. She's just a goddess to me, so that helped. I mean, and I know, she wasn't in it all that much, but she was probably phoning it in. I don't even care. I was fine with that.
Sometimes, literally, visually on the screen, she's on the phone.
Checking to make sure.
Try the veal. I'll be here all week. But, yeah, I thought it was fun. Okay, so I'm embarrassed because I didn't mind the CGI. I didn't mind the acting. I thought they did well. Oh my gosh. I don't know. I knew what I was gonna get, and that's what I feel like I got. I mean, it's that Sharknado,
It's
type
tongue,
of
tongue in
movie.
cheek, right?
Yeah. They had some funny lines. Like obviously the two dudes were hilarious together. I mean, like they played off of each other really well. It was silly. It didn't make sense. I didn't understand about it being that close to the ocean, and oh my god, I really didn't get that impact. I really just felt like they needed to get out of the building, and that was pretty much it, more than anything else. So, I mean, the plot is what it is, and then you have some outsiders that come in and doesn't really, yeah. Yeah.
It sounds like you're talking yourself out of it really quick.
As I start to think about it, I'm like, oh, that was so, yeah. I don't care. I still had fun with it. It was what it was. I don't really understand the big alligator. I mean, I don't know that I've ever seen an alligator at a aquarium, but maybe that's just me. Have you guys ever seen an alligator at an aquarium?
Probably not.
I don't
Probably
know.
not.
In
But I
Florida,
mean,
they're outside the out.
okay. I
want to go down there.
It was big. It was really big.
You must be going to Aquarium of the Living.
That could
must be.
Yes.
They're dead,
But-
and the
but
dolphin was really funny to me.
The
Okay,
walrus.
so.
Oh,
He even had like the little zombie veins on his face. That was awesome.
Yeah, I don't know. I enjoyed it. If you're not looking for anything serious, oh my gosh, if you think this is gonna be, yeah, like, don't do that. You would be so disappointed.
Oh my god, that would be like a bomb. Oh my god.
Oh god, people would be like, why did they make this? Because it's funny.
Yep.
Yeah. So.
All right. So I admit I like the zombie movies because they are just so outrageous, and like especially the monkeys played a big part, if I remember correctly, and then the lions and everything. But I love it. So having it be an aquarium is just so preposterous that it's like Sharknado, right? It's just, that's the stupidest idea ever. Let's do it because this is going to be stupid and fun. And it is. It's very much tongue in cheek. It's a comedy more than anything else. It has the CGI effects are exactly what you expect. They're better than some of the Asylum films, but they're better than some. They're better than some. I've seen way too many, but they're not. They're not. If you they're not what you see when you go to like the theater and you go watch Rampage or something like that, or Godzilla versus Kong. It's not that at all ever, and that going in. But the acting ranges from kind of deadpan to over the top. Like the one doctor lady is so over the top, the blonde. I don't even know who she is, but she is so over the top. It's almost hysterical to watch her, especially when she's like alongside Vivica Fox, and it's like it's like these two don't get along. This is not what's happening. I don't know. I had a ball with this because it's so stupid. And if you're looking for something like that, you're looking for the zombies, you're looking for a Sharknado. I mean, it's on the level of zombies 100%. I don't know if it reaches the wackiness of Sharknado.
Sharknado's a whole level.
It kind of
silly. I mean, she has a gun for an arm.
Yeah, I mean that whole thing stumbled into something special. But at the same time, we get zombie starfish, we get a zombie walrus walking around, we get the crab spider things. The octopus is like totally amazing.
That's what starts it all. Dirty octopus.
Dirty octopus. No, come on. This is Aquarium of the Dead from Asylum. You get exactly what you think you're going to get. I had a ball. It's not a good movie.
Yeah. No,
It's
no,
not a good movie.
no,
Not a
it's
good
not a
movie.
good movie.
But that's the point.
But it's not supposed to be a good. Yeah, exactly. It's not supposed to be a good movie. It's supposed to be a fun movie, a silly movie, something that is lighthearted and might make you chuckle or laugh out loud. You know. Yeah.
And you guys ever watch that Asylum channel that's on Pluto, where they show all these crappy things like that?
Oh no!
On Pluto? I
I'll
don't
be
know
right
what
back.
Pluto is.
Pluto, yeah. They actually have an
asylum.
asylum channel where you can see like snakes on a train and
Plane.
Yeah.
They're on a plane too, right?
yeah,
Never mind.
Well,
Oh no,
they're
the
on-
asylum was on the train, right?
they're on a train. Yes.
Okay, so that's
they do those mockbusters, you know.
yep. But we got a mockbuster lined up in a couple of weeks. That's going to be fun.
Yes, I seen that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Woo.
And I love
Oh
that
my
term,
god, it's
too,
gonna be
mockbuster.
so good.
In all the bad ways. In all the bad. All right, so okay, we got. Oh yeah, there's a lot of dead, not dead animals, aquarium animals running throughout this. Well, fish, and there's one mammal at least. Which one's your favorite? Which one did you like the most, Dave? Which one tickled your fancy?
I think I laughed the hardest at the starfish.
Yes.
Yeah, the starfish actually kind of tickled me a little bit. I thought that was kind of funny. I never thought of a zombie starfish, but I guess you'd have to have one.
You have
Right?
to.
If the
You
entire
have to.
aquarium is dead, you're going to have a dead starfish. It happens.
Undead.
But it was great how they explained that too. How it doesn't have a brain; it just has a nervous system, and you have to do this in order. You have to smash it to kill the nervous system, and all this
Yeah.
other stuff. And then later, it starts moving again. They go, "Wait a minute! I thought it was dead, but not dead."
Yes, that's why that was the funniest. But not dead. She's like, I said it before. Duh. How are you not getting it? It's so ridiculous.
So dumb.
Mhm.
So anybody
really
Yeah, the
like
doctor
it.
was great. I like the doctor.
Yeah. But she was so over the top. It was crazy. We got to find out what her name is.
Is she in English? Is English her first language?
Was
Because
it-
I kind of noticed an accent,
Madeline
and it felt
Falk.
like she.
What's
Yeah,
that?
Madeline Falk.
Watch your mouth.
This
Madeline
is
Falk.
very strange. Started out at the Ballet Academy of Gothenburg.
Ah, okay. So I didn't think English was her first language.
Dr. James. She was great. She was great.
She was great. Yes.
She brought a lot of life to it. And the lead was good too. I liked her as well.
I liked all the act. I didn't have
Yeah.
a problem with any of the actors. Like they were. I mean, they did what they did, and they performed their job.
So I don't know if you can believe this stuff, but in the trivia in her IMDb bio, it says she's a world-class trick jump roper. And I'm like,
Sure,
man, they
why
should have
not?
used that when they were climbing over the sharks.
That would have been fun,
They
They
should've done
should
that.
have. Oh my God, that would be hilarious. Oh man. Well, I think really we can't really say much about the movie because it's a one note joke that they just keep playing for 70 minutes. I think
Yeah.
that's what Dave was kind of.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen it all before. I mean,
Blind.
what's next? Planetarium of the Dead? I mean,
I'm
where do we
pretty
go?
sure. Ant Farm of the Dead. I'm pretty sure we got something coming.
Not sure where else we could go.
I'm thinking.
Oh, remember Santos? We had Piranha Cane.
Piranha Cane.
It never got made. Remember?
No.
Yeah. So that was that
Well,
was.
now
Steve
they have
Ives.
to just move on from zombies. It's got to be something else. It's time for something fresh.
They could do something. We'll find out. I'm sure they're going to do it.
Yeah, I'm sure they're not going to stop anytime
But,
soon.
okay.
But
So
I loved how they couldn't. Well, I'm sorry, but how nobody could come and help them because everybody was busy at the zoo for zombies.
yes, they couldn't get there because of the zoo. Yeah, and what's okay? So they spend the entire film trying to figure out how to get out, but the two guys on the outside find a way to get in.
That's why I was like, what's happening here? I'm so confused.
Right? Because the other guy, he goes running up the steps. The other one gets in the elevator, and it works. Or did I miss something?
Well,
No, I think
No.
you're right.
no, I'm
Not
with
at
you. Yeah.
So I was like, "What?"
The same way they all said, "We're going to keep moving." We'll
And they
keep you
never
updated.
moved.
So,
they go out in the hall and go back in the room.
You did something, Doc, that all Asylum films hope no one ever does, and that's apply a brain cell.
Oh shit! There's no logic in this. All right, look, I think it's time to wrap this up. Let's go ahead and give our final thoughts, our score, 1 to 5, and our favorite scene. There's plenty to choose from. But before we do, if you're still watching, we want to thank you so much. Thank you for watching. I hope you're enjoying this review and many others that we do on the channel. If you want to help us out, it's really easy. Down below, you can hit subscribe. We're trying to reach 1K. Yeah, get there.
do it.
And then you can also share with a friend, and that helps as well. If you want to comment when you see this, and we know you will, let us know what you think down below. We also want to take a quick moment to thank our friends at Patreon, our patrons they are called, who without their support, we wouldn't be able to do not only this show, the Roots and Magazine show, but Horror News Radio, Decades of Horror, and Heroes and Droids. So thank you all so very much. All right, let's do this. Our final thoughts, our score, and our favorite scene. And yes, Jeff, you are first, sir.
Okay, this might defy logic, but I'm giving this a 2.5 because, in terms of, it's a terrible movie, but in terms of the kind of movie it's trying to be, it's a good average entree, you know. So 2.5. Favorite scene. I'm gonna have to go with we got to keep moving. We'll keep you updated. I mean, I guess there's multiple of those, but I just was like the second time that came around, I went, now wait a minute.
All right, fair enough. Dave, sir, you're up next. Your final thoughts, your score, and favorite scene.
Well, I'm going to give this I'm going to give it a 2. I mean, it is what it is. It's an Asylum movie. They do what they do, and they actually do it pretty well. The budget on this was probably more than I spend on coffee in a week. So, they do these things with very little, and they rely heavily on their talent being able to pull these things off. And I agree with Crystal. I think the actors all did a nice job. So, yeah, we'll go with a 2. Favorite scene's got to be when we have the mass breakout when all the fish attack the glass at the same moment and smash the glass out.
Yes.
And our people barely get out. Oh my God, it was a terrifying moment.
They were.
my breath caught in my throat. It was truly terrifying. But yeah, I mean, again, it's okay. Go into it knowing what you're going into, and you'll be fine.
Yes. Just before we get to Crystal, Jeff, I wanted to say that looking at the trivia on IMDb, it actually states this is the 3rd film in the Zombies trilogy. So.
Okay.
There you go.
That makes sense.
All right, Crystal, it's your turn. Your final thoughts, your score, and your favorite scene.
So obviously you know what you're getting with this movie. Don't go in with any expectations or you will be so disappointed. It's just silly. It's just fun. I'm going to give it a 2.5 as well. And that is because it is based on what type of movie it is. Okay. I almost would go a little higher if we did just a full scale of that, but I mean, it's much more enjoyable than a lot of movies I've seen. So it's pretty good to me. My favorite scene, oh God, there's a scene where, and I don't know why the 2 guys made me laugh. Their lines were funny, but there was a crab and he says, "Whack it, don't crack it." And I don't know why, but it struck me so funny. I thought it was like the funniest thing. Yeah, so that one. I don't know why. I was like, oh my God, he's really about to, no, whack it, don't crack it. And I was like, of course, clearly. Yeah.
And he does.
Well,
And he does.
I forgot too how at the end Miranda was like, now we're going to go up to my office and have a little talk. Like, really?
Oh, she gives a punch right to the face. All right. Yeah, this movie is exactly what you expect, knowing it's a 3rd in this Beast trilogy, and it's an Asylum picture. It strives to be something, and it does just that. Is it a good movie? No. But is it a fun movie? Is it good entertainment? Yes. Actually, I think it is. I think this is a fun movie to watch. It is silly. It's stupid. It has funny lines, as Crystal just shared with us. And it doesn't waste any time. I mean, the first scene sets everything up, and it doesn't really stop from there. I mean, we introduce the characters, and that doesn't take long because there's only like 3 pockets of characters, and then off we go. I'm going to I want to give it a 3, but I think I'm over.
See, I was going to totally do 2.75 based on the scale.
Yeah. I mean, I love the first 2 zombie movies, and knowing now, I mean, I just suspected it, but now that I've actually read it in black or white, and of course the internet never lies, I have to give it. I'm giving it a 3 just on the fact that I love it. I love this stupid film. Does it deserve a 3? No.
But I know why you're giving it a 3. See, I get it. Like, if you get it, you get it.
Yes. And my favorite scene has got to be the zombie starfish. All the little zombie Patricks running around. It's just so. Oh my gosh, and they go, so squish them! Squish them! They start stomping the starfish. And they're jumping on backpacks and everything. And, they turn around and she goes, ah! And, it's. Come on, zombie starfish.
I know. For real.
But the walrus is a close second with the way he does somebody in, and then just disappears. I don't know where he went.
Yeah.
Right? They go, ah! And then you never see him again.
Yeah.
I will say the stupidest scene is when the alligator / crocodile, whichever one it was.
Are you trying to give away all the scenes?
No. Just slowly walks by.
No.
Slowly walks by, and all you see is like the little ridges going by their faces as they're going like this.
Oh my god! You just like their eye. Oh my god!
Yes,
that was so funny.
I liked how his head kind of went.
That was the funniest.
And I'm not even sure that was intentional. All right, so there you go. That's our review for Aquarium of the Dead.
That was awesome.
Leave us some comments when you see it, because we know you will. Gosh.
Yes.
Dave, Jeff, Crystal, thank you so much. I don't think I've laughed this hard in a while.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you. I'm so glad we got to see it. It was so super fun.
Yeah, when I put it up there, it was like, we got to see it. And I said, well, if we got to see it, we got to see it. So let's see it. All right.
Yes.
Let's say good night.
Good night.
Night.
Good night.
Gruesome Magazine.